Live. Yo, salute. We are back. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphic Show, man. Whichever way you would like to slice it, y'all. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. There's not a whole lot of energy today. You guys got to help us out because we are jet lagged.
Oh, man.
Like a mother effer, yo. You see, your boy Wasted is drinking coffee. It is 10:30 on the East Coast. Graphic is drinking coffee. It's 9:30 where he's at. Everybody in the West Coast, shout out to everybody out there. But we are jet lagged like a mofo.
Yes, man. But guess what? We got to bring through, with that content. You already know, man. So salute to everybody, man. And real quick, you guys, salute to everybody that rocked with us for the draft while we were in Detroit. We know we kind of had, some Wi-Fi issues day one, and day two we were at the Airbnb and stuff like that. We just want to say thank you to everyone that pulled up, supported what we did, hit them likes, and all the new subscribers and all that good stuff, man. Salute to you guys. Action-packed show tonight. We have a lot to talk about. We are going to cover the entire draft. We're going to talk about first round, second round, third round, all the way up to the seventh, and then we're going to break down some of these UDFAs as well. And then at the end of the show, I want to talk about a few spots that we may not have targeted in the draft and some free agents that are available right now that we can still, fill in those holes. Pause. Salute to Shali. This is what I've been waiting for all night. Let's go. Salute to Shali on the $10 donation, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and pay your bar tabs, man. You already know. Salute to Cookie. I think Telesco handled round 1 through 3, and AP got 3 through 7. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think you're a little off base with that. I think they're on the same sheet of music. I really do. I really do. You can see the way this team is built. This team is built like a linebacker runs this team.
Yeah.
This was a draft to build a bully for real.
It's easy to say that though, Cookie, because we went offense first few rounds, started attacking the defense a little later. But I mean, even if you look at the pickups that we got on the defensive side of the football, it still had Tom Telesco's handprints all over. If you look at previously how he used to draft, this is a Tom Telesco-esque draft. And AP, like you said, Wasted, had his hands all over it, man. So, salute to Cookie on the $2 donation. Salute to Manny, man. That Buddha still haunts y'all. That Buddha took my voice, man.
Yo, listen, shout out to Haunted Buddha all the way in Detroit, man. Shout out to you. You sapped our energy yesterday. It was unbelievable, man. And it's funny, when we were leaving the Airbnb, the Haunted Buddha greeted us and saw us on our way out. So shout out to you, Haunted Buddha.
Yes, Haunted Buddha. Salute to Arnie, man. Honestly, I'm happy with this fucking draft. Not even acknowledging these negative Raider fans. Cry me a river. Salute to Arnie. I don't know how you would be mad or upset about the way this draft went. I understand, maybe we left the 7 rounds without a wide receiver. Maybe we left the 7 rounds without a quarterback. But we're going to go over these UDFAs. A few of these guys that are sneaky talents, Wasted, that could probably end up making this roster. It's funny that we actually went and got a quarterback early on as a UDFA, right when the draft ended. We brought in Gus Bradley's son. We're going to talk about that here soon as well. But a guy that out of South Alabama that had a pretty good year or two, a lot of production down there. So we're going to break that down as well. But salute to Arnie, man. Let's get to it. All right, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to start from round 1. We're going to get to the big fish, right? We went out and we signed Brock Bowers. Took Brock Bowers. at 13, best player available. We already talked about this, kind of beat it to death, but I want to ask you, let's give some grades here. We brought in a guy, right? Best talent available, playing the slot. You can line him up in the backfield. You know what I mean? Bro, everywhere. Tight end, all of it.
Bro, I got PTSD every time you say his name now.
I know, right?
Yeah, now you can't do it. That's why I'm laughing. Your voice is gone.
Bro, it's cooked. But I know I can't do it right now. But I'm going to ask you, what grade do you give that right now?
I mean, right now, if you got a top 5 player in the entire draft, in your draft, it's an A plus, right? So at the time, if I'm being honest, I wanted the Raiders to go out there and address a need, specifically first pick, slam dunk, boom. And there were still players available, like Quinyon Mitchell, guys like that, right? Mm-hmm. But when you start looking at the overall breakdown of where Brock Bowers sits in the hierarchy of players that came out this year, it's like Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Brock Bowers.
There you go.
And for him to be there at 13 and for them not to have to move up, to take a guy who's a one-of-one kind of a player going forward, right now we might feel, and in the moment I felt a certain way about it, but if you look at the context of where that move might look 2 or 3 years from now, phenomenal freaking pick.
Phenomenal. I mean, at the end of the day, man, we took BPA. We got a potential generational talent there at 13. So I'm giving this an A++. So salute to the new Raider, Brock Bowers.
Good. That's the last Brock Bowers you got left in you.
No. AOC MVP incoming. I'm telling y'all, we're going to talk about this soon because our GM says something interesting, Wasted. I don't know if you've seen it because I know you were in Brooklyn riding around doing your thing. We're going to talk. So we're going to talk about this Tom Telesco thing. Salute to Philip. Very good draft with one question. The Glaz. And we're going to talk about that too. Salute to
Glaz. Not the Glaz, bro.
Okay. We're going around to, with a value pick at 13. Best player available, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's hoping and praying that we find, one of the best players on the board, best player available, but also one that fits need. And boom, a guy that we talked about a lot during the draft process, a lot. Kept talking all pro. That was the words that we used anytime we talked about this kid.
Yes,
and
sir.
we, but the thing was, we never thought it was realistic that we were going to bring him in. We seen that, we paid Andre James a shit ton of money to come in and with that extension to be our center moving forward. But we said, like yesterday, we said it's essentially a 1-year deal. We can get out of it. Yeah. But we went and got a guy that can play guard as well. And it looks as though he's going to be our starting right guard moving forward. Jackson Powers Johnson, another guy like Brock Bowers that was the top player at his position at the collegiate level.
Yes,
what
sir.
do you grade this, Mr. Wasted Talent?
Bro, that's an A+. Let me tell you something. This kid, is going to probably do the reverse, right? If Andre James is Andre James, they're probably going to move on, right? Because like I always say, man, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Yeah.
So the center is the first line of defense. He's snapping the ball to the quarterback. The quarterback's going back. If you have, Andre James being put in somebody's lap constantly, the Raiders are not going to be able to sustain like that. And we got Chris Jones in our division, man. We have a kid on our roster who could probably take Chris Jones more often than not one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
We probably have this generation's Jason Kelce on our roster.
He will be an all-pro at the center position eventually, in due time. But at the end of the day, he'll be a guard, starting off. I just love, man, that this kid wants to be a Raider. He's so giddy, he's so excited, but everything that he's done up to this point, it's just he really fits that Raider mold, bro. Like, I'm really excited about this kid, man. I think this was a home run once again. A+++. Tom Telesco and company hit just straight out the ballpark with those first two picks. Then we get to round 3. We were kind of both confused by this yesterday. A guy that we both really weren't too familiar with. It sounds as though, they were kind of high on this guy, the entire time. But there was a run on those tackles, right? The first round, those top guys were gone. Then you started seeing the Blake Fishers, the Patrick Pauls kind of go off the board. So I think Tom Telesco and AP Champ Kelly said, you know what, we got to get our guy now. And they went with who they thought would be the best available there. A guy that can play left tackle, a guy that can play right tackle. He can develop into a starter at some point. And who's to say that he doesn't win the right tackle position, spot going into week 1? But I still have Mumford being the guy. But DJ Glaz, man, a guy that we had a lot of fun with his last name. How do you feel about this specific pick? We know it fits a need. What do you grade this?
I grade this pick a B minus. Okay. Because this is the thing, right? I think there was another way you could have went with that pick at that value structure. Now, Glaz is a guy that, a lot of times we get enamored with all of these pre-draft profiles. We get enamored with the Mel Kiper Juniors of the world, those kind of guys. But when you talk about league circles and how you really scout a person, this is a 6'4.5" kid, 323 pounds.
Yeah,
the guy has a wingspan of 82, man.
Crazy.
He's got a wingspan like a 7-footer, man.
Yeah,
gigantic hands, and he can officially be, our Denzel Good. He can be our Jermaine O'Connell. He can be our
Khalid Barnes. Yeah,
he can be that for us, and he can possibly, with the kind of strength and physicality I saw that he exhibited at the Senior Bowl, he could be a bully at right tackle, man. Now, he's a 3-star recruit from North Carolina, man, and. Yeah. They have elite ability, but there's always that one thing that they need to get to the next level, and that can, elevate them to maybe a 4 or 5-star recruit.
Yeah,
right, in college. So I think Glaz coming into a situation where he's playing with the Colton Miller, he's playing with, Andre James and guys that have been around this league, and also Cody Whitehair. Cody Whitehair is going to be able to help these guys because he's been in this system under Getsy. And, man, hopefully he could put his arm around this kid and take that physicality I saw from the Senior Bowl and make that pay dividends for the Raiders going forward, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think at some point he probably moves to guard. I don't really have him at tackle. I think that they're still going to try and see what we have with Mumford, what we have with Dalton Wagner, our UDFA last year out of Arkansas. This is a kid, that has some developing to do. He can develop into a starter at some point. He does, sometimes he's over aggressive. Sometimes if you look at him on tape, I started watching some things at the airport this morning. He does kind of, he has a few traits that he has to get better, right? He has to get better. I believe he has to get he lacks explosiveness. I think he can get a little stronger at the next level. But either way, I think this is a C+ because this was the first pick, right? It fit a need, but it wasn't BPA. There was better players available at that point.
Yeah, but the funny thing about that, Grab, we say BPA, you got to look at BPA in context, right? He's the best player available based off of the need and the archetype that the Raiders are looking for. Now, there's one thing that Mike Lombardi said, right? Right, which he's a douchebag. But yes. One thing I like that he said was, he goes, being a Raider is about a certain archetype of player. That's what Al always did. Yeah. And I think that we've gotten back to that. And as you can see, what the Raiders have done, and I don't want to steal any thunder going forward, but they drafted physically gifted players. They drafted big players. Yeah. They drafted physical, nasty players, right? So I think he might not be the best lineman in context for everyone else, but for us, he was the best pick there because they need a bully. Yeah. I think with and I know you guys get on me about the way I get on Andre James and Dylan Parham, but the problem with those two guys are they're good technique-wise, but they're not the most physically imposing guys in the world. And I think with this kid Glaz at guard, he can be that kind of a player.
I love it, man. C+ grade for me. Salute to Niles, as always. Appreciate you, sis. Salute to all the new members in the building. If you guys want to become a member of both our channels, hit the links. We definitely appreciate it. Salute to Brandon Curtis as well. Baby Richie, he's going to be a beast. Salute to my guy, Brandon. Appreciate you, brother. As always, salute to my guy, man. I was telling you that Brandon sent over the Malcolm Kuntz, the Jose Canseco, and all that.
Yeah, man. He hit me in the inbox. Shout out to the brother, Brandon, man.
Definitely one of our man, greatest supporters out there, man. Salute to Brandon. Appreciate you, brother. And I'm hearing a lot of Baby Richie, man. I love it. Anytime you get an offensive lineman and you hear the word Richie, your eyes gotta, you know what I mean? Like that's
well, it depends, right?
Well, yeah.
Are we getting on field Richie? Or are we getting off field Richie? Like, you know what I'm saying? On field. I hope we're getting on field Richie. I hope we're getting the Rams Richie.
Yeah,
the Dolphins Richie. That's what we're getting.
Salute, man, to Richard, man. First time in a long time. I don't feel like what the F after the draft. Smart draft overall. Eichenberg, Greg Beaker vibes. Troy Taylor, sneaky. And then how do we say this name? Is it Lobe? Or is it Lobe? Do we get Glaz and Lobe and Lube?
Look,
Do we get Glaz and Lube?
I think Glaz is actually lube. It all depends. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? So I think that these guys have the same name.
This was a very freaky draft.
It was. It
Yeah.
was nasty work, man.
Yeah.
I listen. I blame Detroit Buddha. That's who I blame for it all, man.
He threw horniness into the atmosphere, and Tom Telesco bought into it. Salute to Pablo. Rock is cool, but how productive has Pitts been without a decent quarterback? There was never a plan for a quarterback. Other GMs moving up and down around, and I'm supposed to be excited about Delmar Glaz and no quarterback at all. Well, Pablo, you can't say that. We got a guy that, in Aidan O'Connell that is going to get better in year 2. We have a guy in Gardner Minshew that's been proven to be able to win football games at the NFL level. And, I think that they like this guy, Anthony Brown, at this point. The guy on the practice squad is a third option. So, I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, we didn't get the quarterback that we wanted. I understand, that people are upset about that. But at the end of the day, these guys have a plan, and I'm here for it, man. There's going to be some good quarterbacks in next year's draft. And you know what's funny, Wasted? We talked about this yesterday. There's going to be some quarterbacks, some big-name guys that are going to be available. And guess what? We're going to have all our draft capital in the future. We're going to have all this money, on the salary. It's enough salary cap to make the move to get them. There's going to be a big-name guy at some point, and we're going to be able to go and make that move because guess what? We didn't give up the farm to go get a guy that's not proven yet. You know what I mean? So, Pablo, I hear you, and I understand the frustration, brother. But look, man, let's just watch this play out. I'm telling you, at some point soon, there's a plan in motion. They like Aidan. They like Gardner Minshew. But I'm telling you, we talked about, Jared Goff. There's going to probably be some other names that are going to potentially want out and want to go somewhere else. Just we see it year in and year out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, look, football is a euphemism for life. There are a lot of times in life where you have a plan. It's right there in front of you. You think everything's going to work out. And then there's something that throws you off course and you got to recalibrate. Now, the people who are able to deal with change and the people who are able to deal with, the change in life and recalibrate and go on another path to be successful. These are the people who are successful. The Raiders did the most adult thing I've seen the Raiders do in a long time. I fully believe that if Michael Penix Jr. was there at 13, they would have taken him over Brock Bowers.
Yeah, right? I agree.
But the Raiders accepted the reality of the fact that Brock Bowers was there and that Michael Penix was not, and they were not going to reach on a quarterback that they weren't high on.
And after the first round, Tom Telesco said it today, Wasted. He said, we weren't even thinking about a quarterback after that. After the first round, we were done. Like we were cool with where we are. You know what I mean? So look, they had a plan. They had a specific name or two in mind in the first round. And guess what happened? There was a run on quarterbacks that we couldn't control. And Atlanta had their sights set on Michael Penix Jr. There was nothing else we could do, man.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that? That's the reason why I love the way they approach free agency. They spent they were in the bottom 6 for spending in free agency, but they did impactful spending in free agency. Gardner Minshew is huge for this team. Because this is a guy who has started in the National Football League. He had some success in the National Football League. And we know that if Aidan O'Connell winds up being the starter for this team, that he really won that job.
Yeah.
He won it. He won it and he deserves it. And they didn't just hand it to him. So that makes me, if he beats Gardner out, then that makes me hopeful. Because this is a guy who has comparable stats to Trevor Lawrence.
And this whole line has gotten so much better since last season. We already had, a middle of the pack offensive line last year with the addition of Powers, with the addition of Glaz, with all these other UDFAs that we brought in 2 ways that we're going to talk about here in a little while. Yeah. This whole line is definitely improved. And that's only going to make whoever is QB1 that much better this upcoming season, man. Salute to KC. Great for only reach to be in the third. Gruden, be crying. Salute to KC on the $2 donation. Salute to the Mokes. All these draft picks and no damn kicker. Oh, man, this guy stinks. The Mokes, what you mean? What you mean, King? Think we got one of the best players.
He joking, man.
Oh. Salute to my guy. Let's keep it going, you guys. Salute to everybody here in the building. I think we're caught up with the supers right here. Boom. We got a few down here, but let's get to the next name. All right, so we go to the fourth round. Today we were traveling, you guys. We didn't get an opportunity to do a live stream with this, but we addressed another need in the fourth round. There were still some interesting names. There was a few other names, to be honest, I thought that were better, that were available, but I'm okay with this move. We went and got a guy that we didn't really talk too much about. We did mention him a few times during mock drafts. D Rich, D Rich, man, Richardson out of Mississippi State. This guy has had some success at the collegiate level. 4.3, the speed is there. Patrick Graham got a big body guy, 6'2". He is kind of lean, 188. He'll probably add a little bit of weight moving into the NFL. He was a 2-year starter at Mississippi State. This guy could be a dog for us, man. I think Patrick Graham, once he gets his hands on him, this dude can be one of them ones. He's going to be a really good press man corner for us. And he's really, really good against the run. Wasted. With this guy, with this pick, it's a developmental kind of guy. It's going to take some time to develop him. But I think this is such a Patrick Graham type guy. I gave this move a B. How did you rate this?
You know what? I'm going to give this one a B minus.
Okay.
But the thing about DeCameron that I love is that this is a SEC guy, right? Mm-hmm. So this is a guy who is playing against the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
And when you talk about, just the archetype thing, I always talk about guys with elite traits. We talk about elite traits. This guy tested off the charts as far as his athletic grade from PFF, the NFL, everyone. He is the most athletic corner at the combine coming out. Mm-hmm. The guy, 4.3 speed, 6'2", jumps out of the gym. He has it all. The only thing with him is that he just needs to tighten up on his technique. And these are the kind of players that you take with the Raiders and you develop them in real time.
Yep.
And the thing is that you know why this pick, matter of fact, I might grade it a little higher. It's a great pick for a fourth rounder because he's a guy who really doesn't have a whole lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
This is the kind of pick that previous regimes would have taken in the first or second round.
Yeah.
And we would have been like, who the hell is this guy? You could have got him in the fourth. Well, we got him in the fourth. This guy's a 35-inch vertical, man.
Yeah.
10-8 broad jump.
Yeah.
The guy, huge wingspan, 34-inch arms, man.
He has some things you can't teach. He has a certain skill set you can't teach. And if you develop him the right way, he did have some inconsistencies at Mississippi State. Okay, but that's coachable. You know what I mean? You can coach him up. And a guy like Patrick Graham, dog, this can be one of them ones, bro. It could be one of them ones.
The thing I love about him is that he has elite athletic instincts. Yeah. He's one of those kind of guys that'll jump a route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a risk taker. I like this kid, man. I really do, man. And now with having a Ja'Cory Bennett on this roster, Ja'Cory Bennett now is a vet. He's has played a year in the National Football League.
Yep.
So now you can let DeCameron come in here and develop. You got Jack Jones. You know what I mean? You have Nate Hobbs. So, bro, having more athletic young studs on and that are 6'2" that can stay with some of the bigger, faster wide receivers in the National Football League is nothing but right.
This DB room has gotten so much better today. And we're going to talk about that, Philip. Let us get to the seventh round, but I agree with you, brother. I love that pick. Salute to Lucky. We're going to talk about that too once we get to UDFA's King. So stick around. We got you. Salute to WI. The draft was an A-. That dude Trey will be start. Okay, I like that. He looks like Patrick Queen. Sideline to sideline and a hitter. We're going to talk about him. Stay tuned. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys. Salute to all the supers as well. Trust me, we're going to get to those specific players you guys are talking about. Salute to Hug, one of the My Fathers. So it's recorded. Casper and I have a $100 bet. AO starts week 1. If you don't, I lose. Book it, Graf. Got you. Send the books. Send the books, man. Salute to the My Father, and he's good for it. So whoever you are doing that with, salute to Casper, bro. Very reliable. Hug is very reliable. So it's
Hug don't ask bet.
Yeah, he don't ask bet. Salute to Cameron. I debated someone saying the Bowers pick wasted the Mayer pick. I said, show me the rule that says you can't have 2 tight ends on the field. Nightmare matchup in the pass game with blocking in a run game. We talked about this yesterday, Cameron. A lot of people, we already have Michael Mayer. Well, guess what? You got a guy that can play tight end, but you also have a guy that's going to play 50, 60% of the time in the slot. You now have a guy that's going to take Hunter Renfro's spot. You literally have a guy that's going to take 100 Renfro
You
spot.
have a more physical and more dynamic athlete take 100 Renfro spot. And be mindful. The thing about, Brock Bowers, he is a good out of phase blocker, but he's not a good inline blocker. He's not great at that, right? You can keep Michael Mayer in to be the inline blocking tight end that can do a lot of the underneath stuff. And when you have Brock Bowers in that slot, man, he's a guy who could stretch the field from the slot. Yep. He's an athletic nightmare in the slot. This is an
always open, bro. Always open. Great hands.
Unbelievable.
Great route runner. He just does everything. He does everything. One of the greatest players in this draft, and I'm just so happy to have. Let's get to the 5th round. This is a move right here, man, that I loved. I thought that Tom Telesco was going to look at, those later rounds,
Upon Tom, baby.
To look at the linebacker position, right? We brought in a guy that plays the run really well. He's not really a sideline type guy. His bread and butter isn't in coverage, right? But he's a dog. He's a dog, bro. He fits that Raider mold. He can get to the quarterback. I think this is baby Robert Spillane here. We got a guy that we talked about a lot, and you guys know I took him on pretty much every damn mock draft.
Yeah,
linebacker, Ohio State, Tommy High Stakes Eichenberg. How do you feel about this move right here, brother?
Bro, I love it. You know how I feel about the linebackers, right? And
yeah.
This is the thing about Eichenberg, man. For me, he was my 5th linebacker. He was my 5th linebacker because look, you guys know who I wanted, right? Edgerrin Cooper was my number 1 guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Willis, you know what I'm saying?
Peyton Wilson.
The problem with him was who we didn't know how extensive his knee injury was.
Yeah, and he failed because of it.
Yeah, he was my number 2 guy. The kid from Michigan was my 3, and Trotter was 4th.
And Trotter failed, man. He went to the exact place he needed to go. Legacy move, Philadelphia.
Yes. It's a beautiful thing, right? So we got the 5th best linebacker on my board in this draft. And the thing is, his skill set is different than the rest of those guys. Yeah. He is a very aggressive linebacker. He's a guy you can play outside. He can get after the quarterback, too. He doesn't necessarily have to be the Mike. I love him, man.
Yeah, I do. I think this was a great pickup for us. He fits the Raider mold, a guy that's excited. He even said it. He said that he couldn't have picked a better team, a better situation to be in. I'm really, really hyped for Tommy B. I give it a B+. I think that this is a move that if Wasted, we don't, there hasn't been any talks about this, extension for Robert Spillane. There hasn't been any talk about it. He has 1 more year left on his deal. I don't see us not extending him. But guess what? If you don't, you have a guy that literally my pro comp to him is Robert Spillane. I think a lot of people's are that you can learn from and then you can move on. I like the move. Tommy Eichenberg is one of those sneaky guys. If he would have came out last year, he may have went earlier. What I mean? So this is a great pickup for us. And I love what Elite said. He has route recognition. That helps him in coverage. And guess what, Elite? What happens is when Patrick Graham and these guys get their hands on you, you're no longer this guy that's a suspect in coverage. What happened when Robert Spillane came in? All of us bought into it. We all drink the Kool-Aid. He's a thumper. That's it. He's a thumper. Well, guess what? He was really, really good for us in coverage. So once they get their hands on this kid, they're gonna develop him a lot more, and he's going to be a force, man. This is one of my favorite picks in this draft. B+.
Bro, you know why I love, when the Raiders have somebody who is a guy who's an authority on a certain side of the football.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. When John Gruden was here, and we went and we brought in Darren Waller. Reggie McKenzie saw him. They brought him in. I knew that Darren Waller would be good because John Gruden is an offensive guru, an offensive aficionado. He's the kind of guy that can get the most out of elite talent. Having a Patrick Graham running your defense, when you give him talented, athletic players, man.
Yeah.
Look, man, he can work wonders. And you can see the difference between his defense from when he first got here to when now. Because when he first got here, he was like, yo, we don't really have a lot of talent on the defensive side of the football. We just don't. We don't have guys that are fast enough, quick enough. Remember he had that whole And now he got more of his guys. And remember we said, listen, Pat, we don't want to hear it. You went and got your guys. Now go out there and go make this defense work. And he did.
He did. I mean, bro, look at Jack Jones. Instantly comes to Vegas. I know he's playing for AP. That's definitely one of the reasons. But Graham got his hands on him, man. Jack Jones comes over there and he's balling for us. And I keep saying it, and you keep saying it. Jacorian Bennett, year 2, baby. He's going to be one of them ones. Salute to Ant Green. What's up, fellas? Graf, I saw you get wasted on the Raiders report with Mitch and Chubb. So I'm asking Wasted, could you hold? No. Wasted is not a drinker. It's not a drinker. He will drink 2 happy dads and be asleep for 48 hours.
Yes, I am not a drinker. I'm not a drinker. Nah, they got me beat.
Salute to Anthony Green, my guy, man. Salute to Yo Raider, my dog. First time I can say I loved our draft in over a decade. Bringing back bullies of the league, 12 personnel, and everyone we drafted tackles. Let's effing go. Salute to my guy, Yo Raider. Salute to my guy, Mike Dixon, also in the chat. Salute to my dog, man. Appreciate you, Yo Raider. Let's get to it, man. So we talked about the first 5 rounds, a guy that fit a need. And then we get here to round 6, and I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, man, Ray's gone, right? Ray goes to Buffalo. Yeah. Odrick goes to, I believe, did he go to Denver?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, he went to Denver, right?
Right, yeah.
So all these other guys, Bucky Irving, I believe, where'd he go? Tampa? I think he went to Tampa Bay. A lot of these guys are off the board at this point. I think he went in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
So it's slim pickings at this point. I'm thinking maybe do we go Blake Watson out of Memphis? I'm thinking maybe Carson Steele, UCLA, because we had a bunch of meetings with him. Maybe he could be the guy. Well, we go get a guy in round 6, and we're gonna call him Lube because we're gonna have fun with this because that's just what we do.
It's LeBay.
Okay, LeBay. Okay.
LeBay.
We go get a running back, a feisty. This dude is a monster, bro. See, this is the thing. Everybody kept saying, go get Braylon Allen. We love Braylon Allen, but he is a north-south thumper. We have Zeus, a north-south thumper. We brought in Madison to be that guy, that running back too that can help us in the run game and in the passing game. But we brought in a guy whose strong suit is in the passing game. This guy had 700
yards, right?
7 touchdowns to go with that. And then he had over 700 yards, I believe, in the run game as well. Over 1,500 all-purpose yards last season. And a guy that is very versatile that can offer you special teams as well. Can return punts, can return kicks. I was watching some of this kid's tape, man. This dude, he's a dog, bro. A lot of Eckler. A lot of Austin Eckler. This is the Tom Telesco move. I see a lot of people, Danny Woodhead, Rex Burkhead, Rex Burkhead, those type of guys. No. Austin, high stakes, Eckler. What do you think about this move? I'm giving this personally. I got to give it an A, man, because not only do we get a running back, which was a need at this point, but he has a specific skill set that we were missing in that running back room. And this is the guy, bro. Any given moment, he could take it to the crib 70 yards. Like, that's how good this guy is.
He's a poor man's Christian McCaffrey.
Woo, I like that.
He's a poor man's Christian McCaffrey. He has impressive foot quickness, man. He's a guy. See, like this draft, man, was such an extensive draft, man. And shout out to, I don't know, man. There's so much talent in college football. And I don't know if it's because of the transfer portal where more guys are starting to be able to get their a light shined on their talent. Because, back in the day, if it didn't work out for you, you had to wait and you kind of get lost in the sauce. Now these guys can just leave and go where they want. I don't know. Maybe it's the COVID year. But, bro, it was very, very hard to keep up with the prospects in this draft. And for me, I scouted a lot of defensive tackles. Everybody in offensive line. I can name them. Yeah. And I scouted a lot of running backs. And he's a guy that I scouted. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. This dude is phenomenal in short spaces. He has above average quickness. He's a guy that you can line up outside, i.e. a Christian McCaffrey, and use him as a wideout. Yeah. He's very, very if you have if Luke Getsy can be the kind of offensive mind that can just, because I'm almost worried because we have so many weapons, man, that even a pedestrian quarterback can have some mark of success because everyone on the field could take it to the crib. Yeah.
So this guy also 4 return kicks wasted. Remember that. This guy, this is a special talent. The problem was small school, New Hampshire. Yeah. He gets that knock on him, right? The white running back. And we kind of laughed and I had some fun with that a month ago on Twitter. But this guy fits the mold of a Raider, man. And like you said, So many weapons. You add him and Brock Bowers, bro. This offense is different. And then people are tend to forget that we still have Trey Tucker. You add those guys to this offense with the way we built this offensive lineup, bruh. Any given moment, there is so much. This is an explosive offense now. I think you got to add another receiver at some point in the free agency. But I think that this offense can get to clicking, bro.
But see, grab it. And see, this is the only thing about LeBay is that he doesn't have the home run ball as far as speed.
That's cool.
And that's why people compared him to Danny Woodhead. Yeah. The only thing is that, Danny Woodhead, to me, it's very talented in New England, right? But the thing was, he didn't have the receiving chops. He's a guy you could dink and dunk the ball to in the flat. But this kid, you can really line him up out wide. He can run the route tree and everything at the running back position. So that's the reason why I gave him the poor man Christian, because if he had that home run speed like Christian McCaffrey, he would be Christian McCaffrey.
And I heard that they fell in love with this kid at the Senior Bowl. Like they already had their eyes set on him. You know what I mean? I was hearing that they really liked him a lot. So we got one of our guys. What do they say be going into this draft, Wasted? There's only a specific amount of guys that fit that Raider mold.
Yes, sir.
He's one of them. He's one of them. Tommy Eichenberg is one of them. Brock Bowers is one of them. Johnson Power, bro. This is a Raider ass draft, and I love it. Salute to 757 Raider fan on becoming a member. We appreciate you, brother. If you guys want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here. Salute to Junior. Also, Bowers and LeBay will benefit from the new rules. I like that. Salute to Junior 6'5". My God, man, I think that offense it's going to be nasty, man, going into this upcoming season, man. Salute to Halo. Dylan is quickly becoming my favorite silent pick. This offense can be sneaky good, man. Salute to Halo. Appreciate you on the $5 donation. I agree with you, brother. And salute to Stan, our guy.
Stan, the man, Mifflin.
20-piece special, man. This staff seems to be much more balanced in their approach. In the past, they draft emotionally. This year, they're more intellectual. I'm excited for our future. I couldn't say any better than that.
And you know why you can see that? Because at every position on this roster, they have a fail-safe that they brought in free agency.
Yeah.
Yo, just really look at it. The fact that, they went into the draft saying, hey, we got to address the quarterback, but they were realistic. They didn't control their own destiny to get a quarterback. If the Raiders would have been in the top 5, then you control your own destiny, right? But being outside of the top 10, you don't, right? And I was saying it the whole time. Everybody's like, you got to go F them picks. Yo, the Patriots, the starting price was 3 first-rounders.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, all right, at that point, you're like, all right, no.
But not even that, though. The Commanders, they're already set on Jaden Daniels anyway. You know what I mean?
See, this is the thing, right? They said, we'll pick up the phone and listen. But what they're trying to hear is something that's historic. Yeah. And this is what we told you guys from the beginning. They were not able to move into a position to strike and get their guy.
No,
right?
Not at all.
They weren't willing to give up draft compensation down the road for Michael Penix Jr., even though they might have liked him. He's not the cleanest prospect.
Yeah.
He's not clean medically. So you can't trade away your draft for the foreseeable future with a kid who might not be playing for you in 2 years. So, I love what they did because they brought in Gardner Minshew because they were like, listen, we can't sell to this fan base just bringing Aidan back because he didn't earn anything. Yeah. So we know if you march Aidan O'Connell out there, he earned it in spades.
Yep. I got the 7th round right here, you guys. Another player that was the best player at his position, another All-American first team, won the Jim Thorpe Award for the best DB in college football. I know it's a smaller school, Air Force. This is a guy that is very, very talented. It's in his bloodline. He is the cousin of the great Ed Reed. This dude is phenomenal, man. He can diagnose he's a ball hawk. I think the only reason he went in the 7th round is because he's an Air Force guy. But this is a great move. We got Trey Taylor, safety, out of Air Force in the right time too. And we've been saying this, with Trayvon Merrick, another former Jim Thorpe Award winner, right? 1 year left on his deal. We have Marcus Sepps, 1 more year left on his deal. Palamau, our UDFA out of USC, 1 more year left on his deal. This was a great luxury pick in round 7 because technically it doesn't fit a need now, but it potentially will later. And this guy can play special teams for us. And I think that this guy is going to be a starter for us, like a starter down the line. for years to come, man. What do you feel about the pickup, the young pup out of Air Force, Trey Taylor? I'll give it an A. This is an A to me.
Bro, hey, man, getting that kind of value that late in the draft is crazy. And, I just find it so funny that we have relatives of two of my favorite safeties ever.
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu and Reed.
I love the bloodline, baby.
Hey, I know. Let's hope that they're acknowledged in Raider Nation.
Wouldn't that be insane, bro? Polamalu and our future safeties. That'd be insane, bro. That'd be insane. But how do you feel, man? I mean, we talked about this guy a few times, and I know we talked about him when I was on Mitch's show a few weeks back. This is a guy, like I said, man, that is a very, very talented guy that fell to the 7th round due to probably be at the school that he played at.
It's all the school, because if his game tape, there's not a weakness in his game that jumps out on tape. Yeah. There's not a weakness in his game. Now, listen, can you do some paralysis by analysis? Yeah. But when you look at his game, he jumps off the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Jumps off the screen. Great ball anticipation.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just everything you would want in a safety, man. And that late, phenomenal pick.
So that's nice. I think Lube runs the ball, or Lube, I don't know how you say it. Runs the ball and catches out the backfield more like Tom High Stakes Rathman.
Well, Tom Rathman was about 260, so I don't know. Tom Rathman was a big mother effer, man.
Salute to Digi. Sorry to be the guy to say it, but what QB in the draft next year is to get excited about it? I'm not a Sanders fan. When that time comes, we're going to talk about it. I got you.
We'll break it. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's too early to say what, who, and where. When you talk about Shedeur Sanders, he's the consensus #1 pick. You know who they said that about? They said that about Spencer Rattler at one time in his college career. Until it happens, I'm not going to say anything. Look, I know there's a kid from Penn State that I'm calling right now. It's probably going to be the '1 pick next year. It's not.
They said Cam Ward too. Keep an eye on Cam Ward.
Cam Ward is nice, right? Mm-hmm. But it's going to be Drew Allaire from Penn State. 6'5", big arm.
The young kid out of Hawaii too. That East Coast gridiron put me up on, man. He's a dog, bro. He'll be one of them ones as well. But we know every year, right? Once collegiate football takes off, then we start really seeing what's going on. Every year,
I'm telling you, the kid from Penn State is going to be the guy.
Okay. I'm here with it. I'm
going to say it right now.
So you got that as an A as well, right? So we had another pick at 229. And once again, man, this is a guy that was available in a lot of these mock drafts in the later rounds. I took him a few times. I didn't really talk about the player that much, but a guy, man, that he's a developmental guy, but he can play in man, he can play in zone. He can play. He can give you reps at special teams. This is a guy, bro, that I like a lot, man. Getting this late in the draft at 229, cornerback. Once again, adding another DB because a lot of people were afraid about the depth that we had in this DB room. You know what I mean? MJ Devonshire, man, another guy to Pitt that fits another need. I think that he's going to be a developmental guy. Like I said, I think that he'll start off in special teams, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. But how do you feel about this pick? I'm gonna give this a B. Man,
look, that late in the draft, the only thing about Devonshire is that he as far as his body of work, his athletic ability, you want to grade it a little higher for how high he is. But as far as his production at the collegiate level and some of the holes in his game, I'm gonna go to C+. Right? Okay. I don't want to be too overly optimistic about him. You know what I mean? He's a good player. He's a guy who can develop into a guy that can be a solid contributor, solid backup. But it's not like we went out there and we drafted freaking Ed Reed or
no. But he has a skill set. He's an aggressive player. At the next level, he's gonna have to try and temper that down a little bit. And I think that Graham is gonna figure it out. I like the move. Like I said, I'll say it's a B because it's that late in the game and it still fits a need. Salute to Shali, man. Who's your favorite pick in this draft for us? And F everybody else, but damn, Eagles seem like they killed this draft. The Eagles absolutely smoked the draft.
They always do, bro. That's the Eagles, and that's Howie Roseman, bro.
Bro, the Jets too, though, bro. The Jets went and got Isaiah Davis, running back. They went and got what did they get? Braylon Allen?
Yeah, they got Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen to go with dog. They have a 3-headed monster out there with Breece Hall now. Bro, like they're going to run the football. The Jets had a phenomenal draft.
Yeah, but it's easy to draft from that prism when you have a quarterback that's a franchise quarterback. Yeah. It's very easy. It's not easy, But you know, when it's not like they're going into a situation where, you know, the cupboards are bare in New York.
Yeah,
they have a lot of talent there, man. They already went out there and they went big, and now they're just trying to surround Aaron Rodgers with as much talent as possible. They know the mission. The defense is set. They need to fill that offense with as much support for their 40-year-old quarterback as possible. But the team that no one's talking about that really cooked this draft was the Bills. The Bills did phenomenal, man.
Yeah, no, they definitely could. But I'm gonna say this, Shelly. If I have to pick a favorite player, it'd be easy to say Brock Bowers. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go Powers. That was one of my favorite players.
Yeah, Jackson Powers. That's my favorite, because if I'm being honest, bro, when we look at this draft and because you know you can only look at a draft that with probably a 5-year window.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brock Bowers and Powers are definitely both going to be all-pro players.
All-pro guys.
They're going to be all-pro guys. You can mark my words. So we got 2 all-pros in this draft. Watch.
We're seeing Jason Kelsey comparisons with Powers. We're seeing George Kittle comparisons with Brock. Like, that's insane. If you get
we drafted the Kelsey brothers in one draft.
There you go. Nasty. Salute to Aaron.
Brothers from another.
I love it. How confident do you guys feel about AOC starting? I feel like he's going to show a lot of upside this season. Best duo on the tube. Salute to my dog, Aaron. Appreciate you, brother. Look, at this point, I think he's going to win the job. I know a lot of people saying Gardner Minshew. I think that Aidan's going to win it, man. And I think that, you know, moving forward, I still have to limit my expectations because I don't know what Getsy's system looks like with a guy like Aidan O'Connell at the helm. But I'm excited about it, man. You know, let the best man win in training camp. But I think Aidan's going to win the job. And I think he's going to have a really good season. This is the thing, Aaron. We're going to run the football. We're going to run, ground and pound. Look at that running back room right now. Wasted. Look what we just did. You know, we brought in Dylan, right? We brought in Madison. We have Zeus as our guy. We have Britton Brown still on his team. Sincere McCormick on the practice squad. We still have, we brought in Amir Abdullah, which has one more year, and he'll probably be the third down back this year. And then Dylan will probably take his spot once he's gone. But we have a shit ton of running backs. We are going to ground and pound, and we built up the trenches, you know, on the offensive side of the football and on the defensive side of the football in free agency. I'm excited, man. But offensively, I think Aidan O'Connell's going to be cool. I think they did exactly what they needed to do to get the pieces around it. Brock Bowers, security blanket. You got a guy like Dylan that can take it to the crib in one step. And this is a guy that is going to give you a shit ton of reps in the passing game out of the backfield. Aidan has a shit ton of talent around him, man. I just don't know how he's going to get the football to everybody. That's a good problem to have, Aaron. I'm excited about AOC. How do you feel about that, Wasted?
Look, I feel great about it because this is the thing with Aidan O'Connell that I need to see, right? I need to see him get stronger.
Stronger. You got to get stronger.
I ain't say strong, motherfucker. Fuck, I sound like, yo. You think I'm Minnow Fields or something like that? Hated it. Like, what you?
I hated it.
What's going on here, bro? Nah, but look, with Aidan O'Connell, bro, this is a guy who, look, when you look for a quarterback, right? The thing I look for, is he over 6'2"? Yes. Is he over 200 pounds? Yes. Does he have a strong arm? Yes, he does. Is he smart? Does he work hard? Yes. Do his teammates respect him? Yes. Does he stand in the pocket and deliver the football? Yes. He is like a poor man's Jared Goff. Now, the only thing Aidan has to improve is his pocket presence, and I think he needs to learn how to put touch on the ball a little bit. Sometimes he rockets the ball in there. Sometimes he doesn't need to, right? But that all comes with time. If you protect him and he's not the guy that has to carry the team, he can develop into an actual starter. Yeah. Did we want that based off of who we have on his roster? No, but it might not be the worst thing in the world, man.
Yeah.
You can win I believe if the quarterback is a guy who studies, he's first in, last out, he's tough, he's willing to make sacrifices, and he has the arm talent to deliver the ball down the field, you can win with that guy. I think Aidan O'Connell is going to start this year.
And he's willing to learn. And I think that Getsy's going to be excited to have a guy that's actually a pocket guy and not a guy that utilizes his legs like Justin Fields. I think Getsy's going to have some fun with Aidan at the helm, man. Salute to Jose on a $2 donation as well. He said, Dylan equals Marv Hubbard. Salute to my guy Jose on the $2 special. Salute to Shali, man, on the 5. Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent membership. Salute to all the new members in the building over there, Wasted, and salute to all the 5 over here as well. Shali, we appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Talk, man. Appreciate you so much. Salute to all the new members in the building. If you guys want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. Appreciate you guys. Let me see. Let's get some more comments in. We went over the and there we go, man. Salute to Hug as well, man. The mod father. The mod of all mods, man. My guy, Hug D's, man, gifting 5 OLV Raider Network memberships as well. Appreciate you, my brother, as always. Mr. Maker says, thoughts on the 6 UDFAs we signed? So, oh, no, we didn't sign 6. We signed 17. And I believe at this point we have 88 players on the roster. We have 2 open spots still available. So we signed 17. This is what Tom Telesco does, Mr. Maker.
Oh, bargain basement shopping from Coupon Tom, baby.
Yes. But we're gonna go over that list right now. But it's not 6, it's 17. So let me get some comments in here real quick before we run over these UDFAs. Colton, Parham, James, Powers, and Mumford. That's Stout Factory Outlet, my brother.
That's what she said. Bang zoom.
Bang zoom.
Bang zoom.
Salute to Pride and Purpose, man. Can't wait to see the what is that? The salute to my guy. What is it? Coolest on between.
Yo, brother.
I think he's trying to say the competition between Powers and Chris Jones. I think that's
you gotta retype that hooked on phonics comment right there.
No. Pride and Purpose is on that Hennessy diet that Graphic was on in Detroit.
I think so, yeah. I think so, man.
See the first collision between them. Okay, there we go. My dog cleaned it up. Appreciate you, brother. I thought I was reading that.
NPE. Hooked on phonics worked on me.
Yo, I'm excited about it, Pride. And I think that we got the guy that is ready to attack the likes of a Chris Jones. I'm excited, man. This kid is going to be prepared and ready to go. Salute to Big Mike. Our dog finally got one.
Yo, listen, Big Mike. Yo, I think you need to type in like an acceptance speech.
Yeah.
Yo, the 30 prospects. Yo, 60 prospects. 59. All did not make it to the Raiders, but one did. Damn it,
Mr.
Big Mike Raider.
Mike, you got it, King. Salute to my dog, Big Mike, our brother, man. We love you, brother. All right, man. Let's get to going over these UDFAs. Girthquake. Yo, we had some fun with that shit yesterday. All right, let's go over this list of UDFAs that we got here, man. And there's some names here. There is some names. We talked about quarterback Carter Bradley out of South Alabama. This is our former defensive coordinator's son. So we brought some competition in, a guy that can maybe find a home on the practice squad. We shall see. Clark Barrington, guard out of Baylor, still adding more to that offensive line. I love it. Andrew Coker, tackle, another guy that I seen go in some mock drafts in the 5th round. He ended up being a UDFA. That's another tackle that you could add to this O-line. Jeff Foreman, wide receiver. We waited, but we went and got a receiver. And Foreman out of Arkansas State. Tamari Fox, defensive tackle. North Carolina added some more help in the presence of the middle of that defensive line. TJ Franklin, another Baylor product, defensive end. So we got an edge rusher. We waited. It wasn't really a need. I think our edge rushing room is one of the best in the NFL, but it's always good to add some more to that room. We went and got another one, Amari Gaynor, defensive end out of North Carolina. DeMarcus Governor, cornerback, another corner out of Northern Iowa.
Ramel Kenton was a guy that I was really excited about because of the size.
Okay. We're gonna break down all these players, these UDFAs. We're gonna break these down for the next few weeks.
The only thing about Ramel Kenton is he looks the part, 6'3", 197 pounds. He just has a problem with catching the football. So that's a huge problem being a wide receiver, and that's probably why he's a UDFA, man. But I'm telling you, man, he averaged like 18.2 yards per catch over the last 2 seasons. So he's a big guy in the middle of the field who can really stretch the field. I like him, man. He fights for yards, fights for catches. I like him, man, a lot. I scouted him coming out of Tennessee, man.
We got Trick Griffin, wide receiver out of Mississippi State. So, hey, Tom likes those Mississippi State boys, man. Brought him in. So another guy that can fight for a receiver spot. Jake Johanning, a guy that I think we had a top 30 visit with him bro, there's no reason that he should have been available as a UDFA. The only reason is because he went to Furman. But this is a guy that can challenge for a 53-man roster spot, bro. Like, this guy is a phenomenal talent. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do a coffee and convo kind of breaking down the achievements that he had. This is a guy that I'm very, very excited about. Wasted. Like, real talk, I think he can make the 53-man roster. Jake Johanning, guard out of Furman.
Jake Johanning. Yo, Hug D's is about to get unceremoniously blocked. Unceremoniously blocked. Effing Hug D's.
Nasty work. Also brought in another wide receiver, Ramel Caton, a wide receiver out of Tennessee. So look, we didn't get a wide receiver in the first 7 rounds. It looks as though we are trying to hit on one at least as UDFAs. We continue to build the trenches once again. Will Putnam? Will Putnam, center out of Clemson. Big school guy. So we shall see if he can make the roster here. Maybe he can be potentially that, well, I don't want to say backup center because that's Powers at this point, but maybe a guy that can sit on the practice squad. You can develop him a little bit. Phelan Safford, a safety out of Nebraska. Noah Shannon, defensive tackle out of Iowa. I think the only knock on him, bro, and why he made it to the UDFA is he's 6 foot. I think he's only like 280, 285. So he's undersized, but the kid's a dog, bro. Like, this guy can be a guy that can actually make this roster. Like I real talk, I think that he has a very good chance of actually making the top, the 53-man roster, man. Keep an eye on Noah Shannon, defensive tackle out of Iowa. Has all the intangibles to get it done at the next level. But like I said, size, he got that Aaron Donald effect coming out of, and I'm not saying he's nowhere near Aaron Donald. But I just mean the measurables, you know what I mean? 6 foot, 280, 285. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why he did that. So he fell to a UDFA, but that is a great pickup for us. Jaquan Shepard, corner, Maryland, a guy that we had a top 30 visit with. And, these guys love these Maryland corners, bro. You know what I mean? Back-to-back years, Jacorian Bennett.
That's speed, man.
Yeah, speed, man. You got Jaquan Shepard, a guy that I thought we would have probably took in the 7th round. He ended up falling out the draft as a whole. But this is a guy that you can develop. And I'm going to keep saying the same thing. Patrick Graham gets his hands on him, mold him up a little bit. He can be a guy that can be someone for us later on down the line. Ron Stone, another guy that I want to talk about. And we'll break down some of his achievements this upcoming week. Defensive end out of Washington State. We got another sneaky edge rusher that could potentially make this roster. Ron High Stakes Stone, baby.
Ron Stone sounds like an 80s porn name.
Definitely.
Ron Stone.
Yeah. Salute, man. Also, Rashad Williams. We added another corner out of Texas Tech. So I believe it right now, you guys, we are at 88. We have 2 more roster spots at this point. So we can still add 2 more players, whether it's through UDFA, undrafted guys, or we can potentially go look at, which I think we're going to do, Wasted, is go take some of this money that we have, go look at another wide receiver in free agency, and then look at another corner, bring in another, veteran corner, like an Xavier Howard, which I think he's going to be the move. I do, because there's so much familiarity with Patrick Graham. Yeah. I know the Adoree Jackson, I know the Stephon Gilmore's. I would love to have Gilmore, but I think the familiarity. I think Xavier Howard is going to be a guy that we look at once.
I would love it. I would love it. It's just funny, man. I'm just looking here, man, and people don't understand post June 1st cuts.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff matters, dude.
Yeah,
and we are fluid enough to actually bring a lot of these guys in. We don't have guys that we're paying a lot of money to. We don't have guys that have a solidified role on this team. So this is a fluid situation going forward. This roster will be better in 2 months than it is today.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, Carlos, I don't know why Leonard Taylor went undrafted, man. That was actually a shocker to me out of Miami. That was really a shocker, but we see it year in and year out. I mean, look at Brendan Rice. He went in the 7th. You know what I mean? Like, right, pretty much, was it right after us? Right after we drafted in the 7th? He went to the Chargers. So, you see it, man. Names drop year in and year out. I don't know why Leonard Taylor was an undrafted guy, though. Salute to Joe on the $20 holler, man. We worry so much about the quarterback situation. But ask Panther fans if they would rather have built a team or a flashy young quarterback last year. We didn't get the dream quarterback, but we have continued to build a nightmare roster. I love it. Hopium, brother. Optimism at its finest. Salute to my guy Joe on the $20 special. Salute to Raiders. See also late to the show. How we feeling? I'm excited, brother.
Splendiferous.
Yeah.
Splendiferous Raider C. I see people in the chat talking about getting me a Glazed jersey. And what I will say to all of you is that I won't ever purchase a Glazed jersey, but I might glaze a jersey and send it to you.
Nasty.
Zoom.
Nasty. Classic Man Q says Taylor, he's raw. That's why. That may be. I'm going to ask you real quick. Let's go over a few things that's non-Raider related real fast, because there were some guys that we talked about this whole time that went to other teams. How do you feel about Joe Milton going to New England, bro, after they already had Drake May?
I am pissed. I wanted Joe, Lavander, Williams, Milton to come in and harken back the spirit of Al Davis.
How do you feel about George Helani as a UDFA going to the Seattle Seahawks?
That goes to show you how tone deaf Ruben Rust is.
Rube is somewhere on a building very, very high in a metro city thinking about things he should not be thinking about right now.
He's up there. He has the music from the Crying Game playing.
Yeah. The
Crying Game.
Salute to our guy, Rube, man. Salute to Azan in the building, too, our brother. We had a Ron Stone play for the Oakland Raiders. That's actually, I believe, his uncle, Sincal. I think that's his uncle. Or his dad. One of them? It's his bloodline, though. Yes, that is his family. Salute to Sincal. I believe, is it his dad? Is it his uncle?
Yeah, it's somebody.
No, but that's definitely his family member, though.
Yeah.
Wasted, buck nasty talent, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute to our brother DeMarcus. Yeah, man. Hartman went to the Commanders as the UDFA. You know what I mean? And what did I say, man? Everybody, he's gonna go in this round.
Sam Hartman.
He's gonna be UDFA. And what happened?
Oh, Sam Hartman. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck. But hey, he'll probably make that roster. They'll be patient with him, sitting behind Jaden Daniels and Marcus Mariota. You know what I mean? Hey, that was a nice little pickup for them. Let me see. Hey. Salute to everybody here in the bill. Salute to Hug. Yeah, he said prayer hands for Rube. He on the ledge right now, man. Factory.
I got love for Ruben Russ, man. Shout out to Ruben Russ and George Helani. George Helani's #1 fan. Shout out to him. Shout out to Shadow Fox, wherever you are, wherever you at. You are near and dear to our hearts here from the Shadow Realm. Shout out to you.
How do you feel about salute to Tim Chubb, my guy, man? How do you feel about Rattler going to the Saints, man? They have a slew of quarterbacks over there. Derek Carr. They went and got the kid out of Fresno State last year. They have Nathan High Stakes, the GOAT Peterman, and now they added Spencer Rattler, man. How do you feel about them adding him to that quarterback room? At some point, I think he's gonna take the job.
Well, look, I think the kid Jake Hayner, Jake Sassy Hayner, I think he's probably gonna get cut, right? And
Sassy
I think
Hayner.
and I think Spencer Rattler is a guy that can take Derek Carr's job.
Yeah,
not this year, but going forward, he can. Spencer Rattler's roughly the same size as Carr. Very talented kid. He's arm talent. Yeah, he is. He gets out there, throws the ball very well on a run. Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. Hold on, man. Let me tell you something, man. That Spencer Rattler kid, man. Let me tell you something, man. A graphic. You know, I was today, man, I was walking around, man, and I had to take a piss, man, really bad. And when you get older, it's hard to take a piss, man. Sometimes it gets clogged up. Sometimes, it happens when you don't want it to, man. That's why, old Coach Gru might have to get some Depends, man. But let me tell you something today, man. When I went to go piss, it shot around like a copperhead snake, man. And I said to myself, man, this is a sign that Spencer Rattler is going to get down into Big Easy, man.
Wait. Gru, so it was hard for you to piss, and that made you think about the Big Easy and Rattler.
Well, so what happened was it was hard for me to piss, and when I finally pissed, my twig and dingleberries was shooting around like a copper-headed snake, and I said, "Man, this thing is rattling like a snake, man. What's going on?" And I'll tell you, it was a Freudian slip, man. I said, "Hey, man, Spencer Rattler, Big Easy. Hey, man."
God damn, bro. Yo, salute to Gru, man. Salute to Charlie, man. I believe Gardner Minshew beats AOC in the quarterback comp this year. He makes more throws, processes quicker, and improvs better than AOC. Swag is A1 too. Salute to our guy, Charlie Wood. Appreciate you, brother. on a $5 donation, man. Salute to Sean Lee once again as well. You guys think Marky Mark has any play in any of these picks? No, not at all. There's nothing.
What I think the Funky Bunch might have a play in the picks. So he's Marky Mark. AP and Tom Telesco is definitely the Funky Bunch, and that's what we shall brand them from now on. Shalib, bang zoom.
I didn't even see. Maybe I'm tripping, but I didn't even see Mark one time in the war room. I didn't see him one time. I seen Tommy. I seen Champ. I seen I seen AP. I didn't see him in there. So I don't look.
Mark was knee deep in PF Chang's and Blondes, man.
There you go. Yeah, or he was somewhere else playing with his Rattler.
Yeah. Salute big zoom graphic.
There you go, man. Salute everybody here in the building, man. Salute to Tyler, man. He says, Graph, you know anything about the Raiders hub? Stop making content like 3 years ago. Whatever happened to him? I don't know who that is.
We don't know who he is. Bang zoom.
I have no idea. Let me see. NFL Network gave us a B- overall grade for the draft. That's nasty work. I think at the least, I think we got to get a B, right? Overall, I'd give it a B.
No. So you got to understand. You got to take the media's reaction on the Raider curve.
Yeah,
so they always got to detract from us a little bit. So
it was an A-.
Yeah, that B's actually A-.
Yeah,
F them.
But I mean, Raider, let me ask you this: you bring in two talents like Brock Bowers and Powers, right? Like, I don't know how you could even. Like that in itself, bro, is just an A, like a complete A, man. Like I think those guys are gonna be so great at the next level that we're not even gonna be talking about the guys that maybe didn't even pan out this year. There's gonna be a few of them. Like it's just gonna happen. It happens every year. But I don't even think we're gonna be worried about that because of the guys that are so talented and the way they're gonna perform. I'm excited, man. Powers and Bowers, baby.
Bro, you know what though? I don't give a shit about the way they grade our draft. I've seen years where they've lauded our drafts and none of the guys are still in the building. I've seen other years where they've panned us, like in 2014. They didn't pan us, but they didn't give us the love we deserve. Yeah. That whole draft was I had two players that didn't hit in that draft. That was a phenomenal draft.
Yeah.
They didn't give us the love we should have gotten for that draft. And you don't know because it's all, it's a contextual thing, right? In context, we don't have the proper context to actually place with
context.
Yo, and that's what we look for. We look for the context within the content.
Salute to Judo. That's why you're on to something, brother. The narrative was LV needed a quarterback or it was a bust. And I see now why they would do that. And I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? But guess what? Judo, if you get your quarterback, there's no Brock Bowers and there's probably no Powers.
So I don't want to hear that. They just want to hate on the Raiders. F them. That's all they want to do. And guess what? They gonna hate on us even after we win. They gonna hate on us. F them. We think it's an A+, and that's all that matters. And that's why you're all here. F the media.
Hey, I want to ask you right now, what is the most needy position now after the draft? We attacked UDFAs. We really, really built on those needed positions that, you know what I mean? Like corners now, there's corners galore. We got a million of them. UDFAs, we got a few of them in the draft. Well, I think how many we get in the draft? We got one, but we got a few UDFAs. Receiver right now, right? I think that's the position where,
you can red circle that receiver and say that is a thin positional group.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, what do we want? Franchise quarterback, right? We don't have it. Yeah. If you have one, you're cool. If you don't, you're looking for it, right? So, but you got a red circle receiver. And also, I would have liked to see them bring in another linebacker.
Also, another right tackle. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, hey, Glaz, we got Glaz. But I thought we would have brought one in also. Well, we did. We brought a few UDFAs. We're gonna break that down later on. But I'm still nervous about that right tackle position, man, because I don't know what they want.
Thayer Mumford played lights out over there. I'm not worried about it at all. I like Thayer Mumford.
I gotta disagree with the lights out, but I love the optimism. I love it.
He played lights out because of the amount of snaps he got. He was moved around a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, that's lights out. If you're not a turnstop at right tackle when they didn't start you to begin with, and then they had you move to left, they had you move to guard. To me, that's the best case scenario.
Swiss Army knife, man. Hey, salute to Ridge. I like what he just said. There's going to be at least 4 guys from this draft that are on the roster for at least 5 years. Bowers, Powers, Eichenberg, and Taylor. I agree.
Sure.
I agree, man.
That sounds like a great ass law firm.
Yeah.
Bowers, Eichenberg, and Taylor. Injury at law.
They'll get you out of anything, bro. Like even if you were caught at a park, pulling out.
Whoa.
Just saying, man.
What the F is wrong with you, Greg?
Who has never been at the park in the middle of the night? And you're like, oh my God, I got to piss, man. And you might need, Powers, Bowers, Eichenberg, and Taylor, man. You might. All I'm saying is, bro, you've never pulled out your rattler and used the restroom.
I sure enough did. Just want to let you know, Graf, I might have needed him a few years ago, man. Hey, man, listen. Who amongst us haven't sprayed our man batter all over?
God damn, bro. Yo, Gruden is tweaking.
Batter.
Yo, salute to the 1,800 plus people here in the building rocking with us, man. Salute to Quad. Clinch Fist Soldiers. I've been watching the draft for a minute. That was nasty effing work. Once they lost the quarterback, they should have attacked the trenches with the picks. So, Quad, you don't like what we did? Is that what you
attack the trenches? Like, come on. How much more you want them to attack the trenches, Quad?
Bro, we got a tackle, a guard, and a center in 2 people. I think we did approach. I think we did attack the trenches. I don't know what else you would have wanted to do, Qua. Put in the comment section, man, what you would wanted to do moving forward, because I don't know how we could have gotten any better than that at that point. He said batter. Yo, salute to Hug, man, our brother, man.
Gruden's banned for the night.
He glazed his team with the semen. Oh my!
Yo, listen, for that batter comment, he is banned for the night. Gruden,
go. Sit in the corner. Yo, Big Mike spraying glaze with the Power Johnson. Yo, salute to Hug. Let's talk about the work ethic of these draftees and who's already on the roster. Nobody will outwork us this year. Think about close games last year. And you know what's funny, Hug? You were right, and you were on to something. And I loved it because did you see what Maxx Crosby was doing on Twitter?
No.
Added every player that we drafted. Added every one of them. Can't wait for you to come in. We're gonna be woo, setting the tone. Leader. Every guy that we brought in are hustlers. They're grinders. Yeah, they're talented, but there's a reason why they were so successful at the collegiate level. Powers loves football. Like eats and sleeps and shits that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Bowers, the same thing. You're right, Hug. Like, I don't know how you can get any better because we brought in guys that fit the character and fit what we're doing within that locker room. So yeah. I agree with you. I don't know any other.
Personality types, archetype. That shit matters, man.
Yeah.
It matters. You cannot fit a square peg into a round hole unless you have glaze. Bang zoom.
Bang zoom, baby. Sorry. Bang zoom. No, but Qua, I still want to know what you mean by that, brother, because I want to. If you said not attacking the trenches, we did. We attacked the trenches. We got a guy in the second round that was the best player at his position and a guy that can play guard and center. A guy's going to be a Raider for the next 10 plus years. My comp to him could be like a whiz, like a Steve Wisniewski.
Oh man, the original Steve Wisniewski.
Yes, the original, not. And
the nephew was decent too. He wasn't
decent, but he wasn't. He wasn't that guy. But he could be the new whiz for us, a guy that can play for us for 10 plus years and be an All-Pro talent, man. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like the Kelsey. Well, I hope he's a lot more Kelsey than he is Wiz, because Wiz was great. Don't get me wrong, but Kelsey's the greatest probably at that position outside of Otto's and shit like that. What?
It's the greatest, bro. You tripping, bro.
In recent years, Jason Kelsey wasn't the best center.
In recent years, I'm talking about overall. Like
he's one of the greatest centers of all time.
I mean, think we're being a prisoner of the moment. I mean, bro, like I can't.
Oh no, bro. We gonna do this right now?
Bro, listen. I mean, we talking Jim Otto, we talking Mike Webster, guys like that, bro. I don't know, man.
Bro, Kelsey is going to go down as one of the best centers of all time, ever. Let's not do that, man.
I guess me being older, it's just like I'm looking, man. I mean, Jim Otto, man. 10 first.
Bro, Otto's different. I mean, we know what Otto did, bro. We understand that. I'll give you that. Like that's easy. But I'm just saying, bro, like he will probably go down as one of the top centers of all time.
Dermontti Boston, Mike Webster. Yeah, no, you know what? Kelsey's there. He's there.
Yeah.
He's there.
I like Steve.
I think he's as good as Dermontti Dawson was. Even better.
Okay, there you go. But that's what I'm saying, man. If you can get a guy that has anywhere near that kind of success, you're on to something, man. You know what I mean? So look, cheese, but I think Mayer did exit the season with turf toe last year. So Bowers had unseen value. I don't think that Mayer had anything to do with that pick, cheese. I don't think it had anything to do. I think that he just said that's the best player available. How the fuck did he fall to 13? I don't think it had anything to do with Mike Mayer. I don't. I think they like Mayer. I think that they're going to utilize him a lot this upcoming season. And this is going to be one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL at the tight end position. I don't really
look. I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I liken this to when LeBron James came out. A few years before that, the Cleveland Cavaliers took DeJuan Wagner.
Yes.
This is what this is. We just got LeBron.
I like
that. The tight ends. We got LeBron.
I like that. And if anything, it's not because of what Michael Mayer didn't do last year. I think that they brought him in to make him even better. That competition in that tight end room is going to be insane. I know Harrison Bryant is probably punching air right now, like, damn, bro, so I'm tight end 3 now. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But, you know, he's going to be primarily a blocker anyway. So it ain't no big deal. Salute to Brandon. JPJ will be even better after going against Wilkins. Hey, man, training camp going to be fun, bro.
Yeah, Kevin Mawai. I forgot about Kevin Mawai. Kevin Mawai was a beast.
Salute to Brandon. Salute to Nick. Bold prediction. Thayer Munford will beat him out in training camp. I don't think that's a bold prediction, brother.
That's what they're kind of expecting.
Yeah, I think at this point he is the right tackle. Unless Dalton Wagner just impresses in camp. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Reese Rock, yes, Keon Coleman went to the Buffalo Bills first pick in the second round.
That's right. They did work, man. Shout out. They got Josh Allen, a guy that has number 1 wide receiver potential. That's great, man. Shout out to him. Rock on to him and our brother Paul, man.
Yes, and salute to Marcus Banks also. Another client of our brother Paul. He went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a UDFA. The Raiders were interested. I was excited. You know, Paul was texting me like, "Yo, what does your DB room look like?" and all that good stuff. And there was a lot of teams interested in Marcus Banks out of Mississippi State, a guy that could provide some versatility, safety, corner, all that good stuff. He ended up finding a home in Tampa Bay, which I think actually is great for him. No state tax. They can use some depth at the corner or the safety position. So, but salute to Paul, man, my guy, man, having 2 players going this year, whether, you know, as a UDFA and a second round guy, man. I love it, man. Love it. I'm going to ask you this. At the wide receiver position, what are we missing right now? Wasted, like, do you want to add more speed? Do we need another big body receiver?
We need a big guy. We need, see, look, with Davante, he's such a technician. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to define his skill set because he couldn't kind of do it all. And with Jacoby Myers, he's the guy that I don't want to see him get hit too much. You know what I mean? He's another elite slot guy. You know what I'm saying? Elite number 2 receiver. And Trey Tucker's our speedster. But what I want that guy that's a projection problem. I want that big body wide receiver.
Okay, so let's look right here because there's some interesting names out there. I'm going to throw out a name and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Because he has not panned out at the NFL level at all yet. And from what I was hearing, maybe even we'll get to it. This is the list right here. They got Hunter, top of the list. This I don't think this is in any real specific order. Allen Robinson, a guy that just has not lived up to the billing since he came out of Penn State. I know he's had some tough situations. He had a couple good years in Jacksonville, but just never really had a quarterback, man. Allen Robinson, Odell Beckham Jr., there's been ties with him in Miami, but Miami already went out and got another guy today. They went and got Washington, the kid out of Virginia, bro. They just keep building that wide receiver room. I think it was Malik Washington. Yeah, they added him, bruh. They're not playing out there in Miami with the wide receivers, but Michael Gallup. So that lets me know I don't think Odell's going to be a move for Miami. Michael Gallup, who was just let go by the Dallas Cowboys. Tyler Boyd. It's going to probably cost a nice little chunk of change, but he's out there. He's available. Michael Thomas. Would you take a chance on the slant guy, bro?
Bro, he's been so injured. He'd have to have a minimal contract. And he's kind of a locker room cancer. Probably not. F him, F DJ Chark too.
Oh, yeah. We ain't rocking with him. But personal reasons. But I'm going to be real. I bring him in, bro. I bring Michael Thomas in. I mean, I don't know if Michael Thomas wants to come in and going from the situations that he was at, with the quarterback position, playing with Breeze. And I don't know if he would be sold on coming in and playing with Aidan O'Connell or Minshew. But I mean, at this point, you got to kind of take what he can get, right? I mean, shit, who's going to pay Michael Thomas a shit ton of money after all the injuries?
No, man. You listen. Your ability in the NFL is your availability.
Yeah.
He hasn't been very present the last 4 years in the National Football League. Now, a lot of people would say Elite was on the Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd is the cleanest guy here.
Yes.
Michael Gallup right now, injury. Odell Beckham, injury. Allen Robinson, injury. Michael Thomas, injuries. MVS, can't catch a cold. Dusher.
Russell Gage is
Cardinal, can't catch a cold. Jakeem Grant, mid. Randall Cobb, old as hell. Marquise Goodwin, fast as hell, can't catch. Chase Claypool, a merc. Is probably not going to be in the league.
I'm going to be real, bro. He'd be inexpensive. He's only 25 years old. I know he kind of built up, this, I'm a top 5 wide receiver, and it was total cap. We know how great he was at Notre Dame. All I'm saying is he's only 25 years old. If you put him into a situation like in Vegas where he doesn't have to be the guy, I wouldn't be upset about bringing him in. I
would. I see. Look, this is the thing. I don't need any bad vibes in his locker room. Chase Claypool is another one of these guys who his name is bigger than his game, and he is not the kind of player that would vibe well. I don't want any drama in his locker room. Get him the F out of here.
I think that he's been humbled. Bro. I mean, there's talks of him playing in the Canadian Football League.
So let him go. Let him go over there and go get the Sonic rings knocked out of him.
I like what Big Mike said, though. He says, shit, Brock can be sent out wide. He's a big body receiver in certain situations. That's facts, Big Mike. That is facts. Salute to your writer. Funny, last year, everybody wanted a hooker. This year, everyone's excited about a Johnson with a Glaz. I agree.
No.
And then we got a lube. Yo, Raider, we got a lube in the 6th. We got a lube. We got a Glaz to Johnson with a lube.
Yo, I'm sorry. I got to give that the rim-ist of drums. Bada bing. Bada boom.
Yo, I mean, but real talk, man, this isn't really the sexiest list. You know what I mean? Like, there's some guys out there. Look at Keelan High State, the greatest UC Davis wide receiver of all time.
Keelan Doss is now bagging groceries.
But Tyler Boyd would be interesting, man.
Tyler Boyd would be interesting. And he's a pro. He's good. Elite med staff, hitting it on the head. Shout out to you, Elite.
What'd she say?
He's the one who called Tyler Boyd in the show. As usual, shout out to Elite.
Salute to sis. Nah, I'm gonna be real, man. I look, at this point, he'd be a lot more inexpensive, right? Because I think at this point, Tyler Boyd is gonna sit out. And what I mean by that, he's gonna kick back. He's gonna wait until training camp. Somebody's gonna go down, and Tyler's his stock is gonna go back up. Right now, I think he's inexpensive. I'd make a call. I'd at least try to see what we can do. You know what I mean? But I think at this point, all teams have already kind of identified what they wanted to do in the draft. Teams got stronger at wide receiver. A lot of those teams, Buffalo got better with Keon Coleman. The Jets got better. They added a receiver. Like all these wide receiver needy teams, they're not really wide receiver needy at this point. You know what I mean? So, man, he lost a lot of money right now. I think I would reach out. I would reach out and see what Tyler Boyd could do. Because at that point, I mean, we already have Jacoby. You don't really necessarily need that high-end wide receiver 2 or but Boyd is a guy that can play in the slot, play outside. Jacoby, play on the inside, play slot. Brock can line him up all over the place. If you bring in a talent like Boyd, bro, I don't know who you can. I don't know who you can even. You can't guard all that. What happened?
Brock
Bowers. Looses. June 1st cuts. Let's see who's available. I agree. Then he says, y'all bring the Buddha home from the Airbnb.
Yeah, we brought the Buddha home. Let me tell y'all something. That Buddha scared the hell out of me. Let me tell you something. I was sitting up there with Shaquille and all of them watching the draft with Graphic Red. How you doing, Graphic? I know it's been a long time since I've been on.
Chuck, it's always good to see you, Chuck.
Hey, man, let me tell you, man, that Buddha scared the living daylights out of me. I thought it was a statue of me up there naked.
Yo.
That's what I thought it was, man. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, that thing might have got on the plane with y'all, man, like Annabella.
Like Annabella.
Hey, grab it, man. It's been a long time since I put up on you, Cat Daddy. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know why I'm talking like Dusty Rhodes, but
The Chuckster.
yo, the Chuckster talking like Dusty Rhodes.
The Chucksternator.
What the hell is going on right now?
Tyler Boyd beat us in the playoffs with that catch and that damn whistle. Remember that play when Maxx, like they blew the whistle and Maxx was like, what's going on?
I remember that.
Nasty work. I would definitely bring him in, man. Rodney says, Graf, think about it. Losing Penix and the run on quarterbacks was a blessing in disguise, brother, because it pushed Bowers to us and we just focused on dogs and got them. I love that. I love that. I love that comment. I agree, brother.
Out too. Rodney's hulking out right now. I can see
hulking out. Yeah. He's no. Hey, Rodney is no selling in his default picture. He is no selling.
He's like, I am a master of Greco-Roman wrestling.
Rodney just took the Macho Man elbow and no-sold that shit.
Yeah.
Rich says the wasted American dream, baby. Big Mike says Dusty Barkley Rhodes. What other position right now do you think that we should look at in terms of free agency? Is it corner?
Nah, I mean, besides corner, I mean, it was, bro. I'm all about the player development. Sick of the Raiders being, hamstrung to players that are injury. Just do what they're doing. Build this.
Would you bring a guy like Mekhi Becton that's dealt with injuries?
Mekhi, I would love to bring him in because he could start for us.
That's a guy, brother, you could bring in right now, probably for the cheap because of the injuries. Remember, we watched him at Louisville. This dude was a dog, bro.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a cornerstone foundational piece for the Jets.
Yeah.
That is the Raider mantra of rehabbing and rehabilitating elite talent. Look, I'm cool with guys on the cheap. Xavier Howard, Mekhi Becton, if you're going to bring in the Tyler Boyd. But it has to make sense for the Raiders financially because I think the Raiders are going to have to take their big swing. And I think we're probably going to get our quarterback through free agency and or trade. And I want the Raiders to be mobile enough to do that. That's the reason why when we start talking about bringing in vets, it has to make sense for us.
Definitely. Right here's the list, you guys. We talked about this a million times, but Xavier Howard would make sense. At this point, I don't know, J.C. Jackson, his value just completely shit the bed. Adoree Jackson, a guy that's played with Patrick Graham, there's familiarity there. Cameron Sutton's still out there. Stephon Gilmore, but he'll be 34 years old this season. But he played really good for the Dallas Cowboys as their corner 2 last year. Patrick Peterson's still available out there. Steven Nelson. And after that, it gets kind of dark. The Eli and the Apples of the world. The Fabian Moreau's. Darryl Worley, former Raider, great baby. Logan Ryan, Trayvon Mullen. I didn't even know he was still actually in the league. I'm shocked that he ain't in the UFL right now.
Logan Ryan, baby.
Yeah, man, but I'm looking like this, it's kind of top heavy at this point. You kind of look at the first 5 or 6 names.
Yeah, and the rest of these guys, you're just like, okay, they got a podcast.
Yeah. Cam Sutton is probably sitting behind some jail bars, right, Primos? Wasn't he running from the police or some shit? That's why Detroit cut him. Didn't he? Just like he got a domestic. So yeah, there's no way that he would come in.
With the police
running from the police. That's right. Salute, man. Wasted. Logan Ryan retired. Salute to Omni. Bring back Eli Apple. Hell no.
Yo, Eli Apple is trizash.
Garbage.
Listen, I want to tell y'all what was trash, yo.
No, bro. What was trash was what you said to me, bro. We were walking around downtown. Yo, wasted. Yo, and this is just hella random, you guys. We're walking around downtown Detroit, right? We drank a bunch of coffee. And I said, oh, no, bro, my stomach's starting to do the fool right now. So we're running around looking for a porta potty. I'm one of them people, I can't use the bathroom in public, right? But I'm like, I got to. I have to at this point, right? So we're running around. All the porta potties are locked and shit like that. I got wasted trying to play like security guard at the end of the alley so nobody can come holler at me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hold it, right? Wasted. Man, he had me dying, dog. He said, yo, wait, hold on. This graphic got a shiznai? Yo, he said, we're walking around downtown Detroit and Graphic has the little Scrappy. He has the shiznai. Dog, I was fucking here crying. And then guess what? Like a man that just holds it in, we go drink beer and eat pizza.
Yeah. Yo, listen. This was the draft experience, yo. See it right there?
Yeah.
Live from Detroit. Yeah. That is a live picture of the draft experience in Detroit.
That was a live picture of Graphic stomach. He definitely had to take a shiznai.
Oh, yes, man. He had a turtle head poking out.
Yo, and I'm over there praying to the gods, bro. I'm not even saying it to you. I'm just doing it in my head. I'm like, God, please take this shit away from me. Please take this. Literally, take this shit away from me.
Yeah, he said it. He said, boop, 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 boop. The only way it was take away was.
Bro, I almost couldn't hold it because this motherfucker said shiznai, bro.
Yeah.
It was over.
Looking for a bathroom to boo boo.
Yo, Cheese, no, there was no connection. I don't think any of these guys had any ties to AP, the UDFAs. I think Tom Telesco kind of did his Dougie, you know what I mean, with the UDFA thing, but there was no Arizona State guys took, and I don't think if there's any guys that he helped, recruit out of high school. I didn't hear anything in terms of that. Hey, where did Rowe go? Corner out of Arizona State, do you know?
No, I didn't see him be drafted or anything.
Rowe Torrance. I want to see where Rowe went.
That's your boy, man.
Rowe Torrance. I want to see where he went. Go to news.
Roshmo.
Was he? Did he go undrafted?
I didn't see him get drafted.
Is he still?
Guys, come on, man. Come on, guys.
What happened?
Nothing, man. They're arguing with Lake Show Raider.
Oh yeah, Lake Show. He's just the most negative guy in the world. We love him.
Let Lake Show spin his wheels, man. He all right. I mean, the Lake Show is down 0-3. Just
3-1 now. They just won tonight, but they about to be cooked. He's mad at the world right now. I get it. Big Mike said Graf didn't want to drop a podcast in public in a public studio.
Not dropping a podcast,
yo. That's a East Coast. We both just woke up from naps, bro. I promise you, dog. Like I had to go take it down for a little while. Yeah, Rose is still available. Bro, that would be a guy I would bring in, bro. Bring him in as a UDFA. Why not?
Yeah, man. I had to go get in the bed. I had to get in my actual bed with my woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? And go to sleep, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I'm about to do the same thing here in a second, man. Salute to Jamel. Respect your opinion, but we're in QB purgatory. Well, respectfully, my brother, I'm going to disagree with you. Do we have the guy of the future? We don't know yet. Are we going to try and sell you guys Aidan O'Connell and Gardner Minshew? No. So
what I will say to you is that Jamel, I don't know how old you are, but you haven't seen. You know what? Hey, everybody, gather around the fire. Gather around. This is another fireside chat with the old man wasted. Listen, you want to talk QB purgatory? Back in my day, back in WW9, we had Andrew Walter, Marcus Tuliasosopo, McLovin, Matty McGloin, Matt Flynn, Aaron Brooks, high stakes Brooks.
Yeah,
I mean, bro, a myriad of a who's who of a quarterback turnstile. This is not quarterback purgatory. Having Terrell Pryor in the center, actually throwing the football and not catching it from another quarterback is quarterback purgatory.
Hey, hold on.
Get out of here.
Yo, hold on. So Crum went undrafted too? He went to Denver.
Crumster. Don't you disrespect Black Sunday, Todd Marinovich. He was great.
He signed with the Broncos. Okay. That was a good pickup. He kind of stays local. Wyoming, Colorado. That's a good pickup for Sean Payton and them out there. I hate it, but it is what it is.
Jay Schrader took us to the AFC Championship game. He almost got thrown off the plane on the way home.
The Graf is glazing his lips. Bang, zoom.
The glazer.
Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Hey, get a few questions in real quick, you guys, before we get out of here. And like I said, also, all week long, we're going to be breaking down these UDFA players. We'll kind of give you guys some history, of where they came from and their production at the collegiate level and where we see them fitting with this team and if they'll even make the active, a roster or so on and so forth. So we're going to be breaking those UDFAs down all week long. So stay tuned. Okay, Roll went to Seattle. Bro, Seattle took every corner. Like, bro, why I don't understand this. Why do they need every cornerback, bro?
F them.
Every corner.
They got a fucking terrific quarterback room. I don't
Bro,
understand.
they have Kobe Bryant, Tariq Woolen. They got the stud last year that we wanted, bro. What's his name out of Illinois? Witherspoon, Devin Witherspoon, bro. Then they went and got a shit ton of corners in this draft too. I hate that shit, bro. Like they're literally just like stockpiling corners at this point. Like for what?
God, man, it's crazy out there. Yo, did you hear what happened out in Seattle, man? They found that woman butt ass naked in the alleyway with cornflakes shoved up her ass. They said it was a serial killer. They said it was a serial killer graphic. Bang zoom. Bang zoom. Good night, everybody. Yeah. Good night.
Yo, what? No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we gotta quit smoking this shit here.
Oh my God.
Yo, I don't even know how to follow up on that shit. Salute to Pastor Raider, man, and salute to our brother Franklin Skinner in the building too. Listen, I'm not an XO next to those guys. I have opinions that are not good. Laugh out loud. Someone tell me, is Bowers truly generational? Or are we seeing recency bias? Oh no, he's a generational talent.
No, he's generational talent, bro.
Yo, holy shit, bro. Oh man. Hey, where did Taj Washington go, D Bernie? He was a UDFA as well, right? Oh, so he went to Miami. Damn, see, they're stockpiling all the wide receivers. Bro, this is nasty work. Dog.
Why am I being relegated to going to bed? What's wrong with you guys?
I'm gonna be real. You had me too, bro. I thought it was a real story. I'm sitting there like, I'm all invested in shit. I'm
Saturday Night Live, everybody, bang zoom.
Yo, that shit was hilarious, man. Once again, you guys, appreciate you all for making these last 3 days so special, man, for us. Just want to say, man, we love and appreciate every single one of you guys in our chat, man. Whether you're members, non-members, you're new here, you're OGs. You know, we just want to say, man, thank you so much for supporting us and allowing us to do stuff like go to Detroit, you know what I mean, and cover the draft for you guys and do these, you know, coming home. And I'm gonna be real, man. We're old, man. We were so happy to get back out here and get back to some real Wi-Fi, you know what I mean, and get back to our families and shit like that, you know what I mean. But we just want to like just take a moment, you guys, to really say we appreciate you guys so much, man. You guys make this so fun year in and year out, man, and you guys are just the greatest, man. Salute to Jamal Telesco. Cook, that's all. B+ draft.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Look, and you know, I want to say something too, bro. Graph and Wasted live from the trap was a overall, it was a rousing success. I mean, all of the backyard mechanics and dope heads were so happy to see us. They welcomed us with open arms in Detroit. Shout out to Detroit.
Yeah.
Look, man, you know, the funny thing about Detroit was the best thing was when we were leaving. And I want to tell you guys something.
Bro,
From now on,
I see the crackhead in front of our house, acting like he was smoking the pipe, and he was singing, "It was just my imagination once again." I said, "Yo, he don't really got a pipe. It really isn't. It's just crazy."
Imagination
So like,
running away with me.
I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is crazy. But hey, man, salute to the 313. You know what I mean? Salute to the 313, man. It was just his imagination.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with y'all, though. Real rap. From now on, when we leave, we will be in a pod space because we have PTSD from the night that we had, man. There was a man when I pulled up, you know, when I knew, because the Airbnb looked so nice, right? Real quick. I know this is a little behind the scenes stuff, right? So the Airbnb, we're going to set up a pod space. It didn't work out, whatever, right? So we're going to do an Airbnb. The Airbnb looked pretty good online. It wasn't as nice as I thought it was when we got there. But I was like, man, okay, so I'm driving because I got there first. And I'm like, okay, make a turn. I saw a chicken shack. Saw a liquor store.
And another one.
Another one. I saw a Churchy's Chicken.
And another one.
And then another, the Coney Island. Then another. I said, holy shit. I know this shit. I know this place. I know this well. We in the hood now, baby. Right?
Yeah.
So we pull up and I get on the block and it's a fiend with a BMX bike and he's got one big wheel and he got a training wheel on the front like a chopper. Yo, it was the crackhead American version of American Chopper.
Yo,
he had a baseball card in the back. I was like, oh shit. I said, but you know what? I'm glad that it was Graf and I because it's like, you know what? We looked around, we said, throw another log in the fire.
Yeah. Hey, home sweet home, man. West Side Detroit reminded us of Newark and it reminded us of South Sacramento, California.
Yes, sir, man.
Right at home, baby. Salute to Will. Really wanted a QB, but straight up, if they truly believe AOC or Minshew are their guys, they definitely set them up for success, in my opinion. I think that's the best way to sum that up, Will. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Salute to Jason Hall as well. Everyone in Kansas, okay, in Texas, be careful with the storms. Appreciate you, Jay. Yeah, it's been nasty out here. My wife told me there was a bunch of tornado warnings and all kind of stuff out here yesterday. So appreciate you, brother. Real talk. You want to say anything, man, before we get out of here, brother?
Nah, man. I want to say salute to everybody who rocked out with us this week, and thank you guys for everything, man. We love y'all. Appreciate you guys, man. And it never doesn't go amiss the support that you guys give us, man. And it's greatly appreciated, man. And shout out to my brother Big Mike, man. Definitely, man.
And real quick, man, shout out to my brother Wasted too, man. We had a hell of experience out there for those 2-3 days. You know, we had a ball, man. You know, we had some fun. We definitely questioned life a few times. You know what I'm saying? But we have
no doubt.
Yeah.
Again.
The D is like the O. Check out my new song with Fab, Town Biz. Shoot it my way, Ross. I'll definitely check it out. Send it to my DM. Definitely. Salute to my bro Fab too as well, man. Love FAB. That's my guy. But salute to you guys, man. As always, once again, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We will be back all week long. Tomorrow, I think we can agree, right? We're gonna take a break from this for just
for a little bit. Listen, my man said it right. He said 40 Glaz and 40 night.
40 Glaz and 40 nights, man. Yeah, but we're gonna take, if nothing happens tomorrow, any crazy news, we're gonna take a little 24-hour little breakery, man. But we'll be back all week long to talk about this team. I think we can all agree at the end of the day, right? Some people think we missed on a quarterback and blah, but I think that we can all agree this is still it was a success.
Yeah, bro. Like, how do you miss on something you didn't have the opportunity to pick? Yeah. Now, if we would have been in the top 6 or something like that, yeah. 13, bro, you right in the middle of the mix, man.
Yeah. Once again, you guys, appreciate y'all. On the way out, PlanetRaiders.com. Go check out Big Mike's article on Dylan. We're gonna say it lube. Because we're gonna keep it lube. Lube A. Lube A, baby. Lube E. Lube E. Lube E. Go check out the article that he put out on him on PlanetRaiders.com. Also, go over to OakLasVegas.com. Get you guys some merch. Grab you some drip. And outside of that, man, once again, we outro, man. Love y'all. Peace.
That's what I'm talking about.